Real Madrid return to action tomorrow at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu against Mallorca, and we have a few talking points going into this game. Let's start with Mallorca before we get to Real Madrid, and I'm not too concerned about their predicted lineup. My main focus is right here at right back, because there's a little bit of a side story going on whenever Real Madrid and Mallorca meet, and that is the Vinicius and Pablo Maffeo situation and their issues with one another, and all the talking they do during games, and all the challenging they do to each other during the games, and all of the back and forths that happen between those two players. Lately, it's not even just been Vini though, because Maffeo has somehow found a way to rile up Jude Bellingham, and now it's Vini and Bellingham and Maffeo that are always constantly just going back and forth. And then he didn't even stop there. He went even further, and now somehow, some way, the whole Real Madrid team just has an issue with that one player. And I was looking forward to seeing more of that tomorrow, but unfortunately, I don't know if he's injured or I don't know what's going on, but he hasn't played in the last 2 games Mallorca have played in La Liga, and I don't think he'll be playing tomorrow either. So it looks like that we won't be getting anything of. But focusing on Mallorca as a whole, the team, they are not looking good. I mean, if we look at this, their top scorer has 1 goal, and it's Morey, their right back. Their right back is their top goal scorer. And if we go down here to the team form, they are not looking good. They are not looking good at all. Granted, it's only been 2 games. It's literally just the start of a very, very, very long season. And their games aren't the easiest. I mean, Barcelona at home is never going to be easy because Barcelona are a great team. And then Celta at home as well, where they drew 1-1. I was very confused. I was like, why did they play 2 games at home back to back? But I'm presuming that's because Barca can't play at their home, which is very, very weird. I thought only Barca made the adjustment. I didn't know the teams Barca played also made an adjustment, because them playing 2 games at home back-to-back is mad weird. But anyway, as long as Barcelona's happy, La Liga's ready to do whatever, it seems. But focusing on their second game, even in that, against Celta Vigo, against Celta, I mean, Celta's not a bad team. Celta is not a bad team by any means. They are a very, very good, very, very strong team, usually, but they also haven't really started La Liga off that great, picking up 2 points from their opening 2 games. But going back to Mallorca, like I said, the sample size is very, very small, but that's all we have to work with. The 2 games are all we have to work with, and they are not looking good. So I don't think it will be too difficult for Real Madrid to pick up all 3 points tomorrow, but we'll get more into that in a second. Let's move on to Real Madrid and how I think the team will set up in tomorrow's game, where I think it will be very, very similar to what we've seen. Not very big changes. The only big... We'll get into it in a second, actually. Let's go through the squad. Thibaut in goal. Trent at right back. Eder Militao and Housen as the 2 centre-backs. Carreras as left back. Fede, Tchouaméni and Arda as the central midfielders. Mastantuono, Mbappe and Vini up top. The mainstays. Thibaut's not moving. Housen is not moving. Carreras is not moving. Tchouaméni, Valverde and Arda are not moving. The midfield is set. Especially right now when Camavinga and Jude Bellingham are out. This midfield is not changing. This is our midfield pretty much until those 2 come back and are ready to start playing. The attack as well. Mbappe's not going anywhere. And Mastantuono, I do think he isn't set. He isn't guaranteed. But I do think he will get the nod ahead of Brahim Diaz and play tomorrow against Mallorca, picking up back-to-back starts for the 18-year-old. The only real question marks are at right back with Trent and at left wing with Vini. Now let's start with Vini, because his is a lot more clear-cut, I feel like. His is a lot more obvious and a lot more simpler to analyse. Because Vini was benched in the last game for Rodrygo. Rodrygo is now confirmed to be staying, which is personally phenomenal. I'm very, very happy he's staying. I've been asking and been saying from the very, very beginning that I want Rodrygo to stay. I want him to stay. He's so good. He is too good to be sold. Well, he's not too good to be sold, but he's too good to be sold for the reasoning he's being sold. Because he was being sold because he had a very, very bad season last year. But then the whole team had a bad season last year. So I just wanted one more season of Rodrygo, just so he could showcase in a team that's playing well, in a new system, under a new manager, whether he's actually Real Madrid material or not. If he's not, you can still sell him in a year's time. So I just wanted one more season, so I'm very, very happy with that. But Vini was benched, Rodrygo was playing, and Vini did exactly what Vini needed to do. When you bench a player of Vini's caliber, when you bench a player of Vini's talent and his standing within the team, you do it because he's out of form. You do it because he's not quite giving you what you know he can give you. You do it because you want a reaction. And that's exactly what happened against Oviedo. Vini gave a reaction. He came off the bench and he was phenomenal. He got an assist, he got a goal, he was doing what we want from him, he was putting in the work. He still wasn't prime Vini. He still wasn't quite prime Vini. He still wasn't that guy that terrorizes his fullback. He still wasn't wasn't that guy that makes his fullbacks look dumb, but he was still very, very good, and he gave the reaction Xabi Alonso wanted. So I don't think you do that and then you get the reaction and then you bench the player, because I think that is so counterproductive. I think that fully defeats the reason you bench him. And it's not a fact. Let's establish that. It's not a fact that he was benched because we needed a reaction. He could have also been benched because Xabi Alonso wants to give Rodrygo a go. Rodrygo is going to be here for the whole season. They're going to be battling each other for the left wing position. Vini's not the only one playing there. Let's give Rodrygo a go and let's see what he does. Rodrygo also needs minutes. Rodrygo also needs some play time, because for a while now, going way back to last season and the past few months of the last season, Rodrygo has just been out of the team for a minute. He really has. So he just needs some continuity as well. So it could have been for that reason, and he just wanted to give Rodrygo a chance, and if Vini reacted, that it was just a double plus. But now that Vini has reacted, I do not think you don't play him. I think with the reaction Vini gave and how good he played, you play Vini and you start him, and if he doesn't play well, then of course you just bench him, or not bench him, but sorry, you sub him off and put Rodrygo on or whatever. But the option, we are Real Madrid. The fact that we have that option and that availability is what we need. Big teams need that option. They need to be able to choose between two great players in every position. There's so many games in world football. There's so many injuries. There's so many competitions. You need great players all over the park, and you need more than one. Or you need players that can play in multiple positions. We have Rodrygo who can play there, and Vini that can play there, and even Mbappe if we need to when Endrick's back. But the competition is good, it's healthy, and I think it will only benefit them both, because last year they were both very, very bad. But I do think Vini will take the starting spot. Next, moving on to Trent. Now, his is not as clear-cut. I don't know what Xabi Alonso is doing, because like I said, we've only played 2 games. We can't tell. I don't know whether he's doing that thing where he'll play Trent in the home games and Carvajal in the away games. Something managers sometimes do, but it's typically more with goalkeepers. And one is the league goalkeeper, one is the cup goalkeeper, stuff like that. It's not typically done with outfield players, but we don't know if that's what he is doing, or if he just wants to give Danny Carvajal minutes because he's coming back and he's the captain. And Carvajal is a phenomenal right back. I mean, some could even argue Carvajal is the best right back in the world on his day, or when he's fully fit, because he definitely was before his injury. So I don't know what he's doing in that regard, but I just feel like Trent will be the one who plays this weekend. With Trent not being called up for England, with Danny being called up for Spain, and with the fact that Trent didn't play last game and Danny got a lot of games in, and he has just come back from an injury, I think it's going to be the same situation with the Eden Militao and Rudiger situation. Eden Militao has come back from a long-term injury. You do not play these players back to back in games straight off the bat. You slowly build up and you reach a point where they can start playing back to back. But for now, with the options available, with everyone fit, you alternate. So I do think Trent Alexander-Arnold will be back in the starting 11. And to conclude the video, let's move on to the prediction of the game. I don't see us dropping points. I think we're going to go 3 for 3 in this final game before the international break. The only real question is, can we keep that clean sheet? Now, we're playing a team who scored 1 goal in the last 2 games, so I'm hoping so. But more than the victory, because I think we will win. I think we'll win, and I think we'll win comfortably. More than the victory, I think I want the clean sheet. I'm very, very, very interested in keeping a clean sheet. I don't care about after the international break. As many clean sheets as we can keep after, that's fine. But just the 3 games before the international break, I really want us to keep 3 clean sheets, because it will set the pace and put down a marker for how we want to play for the rest of the season. Our team will see that we can do it. The rest of the world will see that we can do it. So I just hope we can keep a clean sheet. Besides that, in overall predictions, like I said, I think it will be a comfortable game. I think Mbappe will once again be on the score sheet. I think maybe Arda will get an assist in this game. I don't know why. I just think Arda is getting an assist in this game. Could it be to Mbappe again? I don't know. Maybe, very likely. But I think he will pick up another assist today. I think we might actually see something from Mastantuono. Whether it's a goal or an assist, I don't know. But I think we will see something from Mastantuono tomorrow. And I think we will end up with a comfortable 3-0 victory for Real Madrid. I don't think it'll be a difficult game. I think we've been playing so well. We've been so compact. We've been so solid defensively. We've been giving away so few chances. I do not see that changing for any reason, especially at home. Especially at home against Mallorca, who haven't been very, very good. Anyway, I'm going to call the video there. Thanks for watching, and peace.